All right. It's like I'm live. Hey, folks. My name is Gail Wolf, and this is Morning Medicine. Happy Saturday, everybody, and a thumbs up to that. We've even got Big J in the house saying hello. Thumbs up to everybody. A little bit late today. I had some technical difficulties with Facebook. I could not, for some reason, the live feature wasn't working on my browser. I don't know why, but whatever. It took me 10 minutes to get that little situation worked out, but we're here, we're going, we're rocking and rolling. So cool. Thanks for being here. Happy Saturday morning, which I think I've already said. And today I'm going to talk about the power of thought and living a passion filled life. And it's not the easiest thing to accomplish or achieve, but it's totally possible. And it's amazing when you can live a life that matters and you can live a life that has passion. Because I'll be honest with you, a life without passion sucks. Quite frankly, a life without passion is no fun. So let's talk about this for a second. Our thoughts have power. What we think about, what we occupy our minds with, has great power over the way we experience every single moment of our lives. If you want an example of this, just go on Facebook for 10 minutes and browse through your news feed and look at how many posts are after your thoughts. How many posts are out there right now that are trying to influence your thoughts? Why do you think that is? Because our thoughts have power. They matter. The way we think, the way we see ourselves, and the way we see this world shapes everything. No exceptions. Our minds are friggin' powerful. And so probably be a good idea to figure out how to use them, right? How to have better thoughts, how to create better thoughts about ourselves, how to create better thoughts about the world around us. It's a big deal. And so the first thing is, hey, good morning, Ashley, Jeremy, what's up, buddy? Jessica, Neil, good to see everybody. So the first thing is to start getting aware of what's going on in your head, getting aware of how you're thinking about things. For example, and to go back to the original example, looking on Facebook and you look at a post and you read through it and you read, the article or you watch the video and you start to notice the way you feel and the way you start thinking about things after you read that. And you kind of go, is there anything, this is kind of how my mind works. Is there anything new in what I read here? Is there anything that's going to help shape any of the thoughts that I have? And this is just my internal process around all of this. Sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. Sometimes I'm more excited, sometimes I'm more depressed, sometimes I'm, whatever. But the key is that I pay attention to what's going on and I notice my reaction to it. And my reaction always tells me how I'm thinking about a situation. And when I know how I'm thinking about a situation, then I know where I stand. And then the next question is, how does that make me feel? Is this really something? Is this thought creating a feeling in my body that helps me through the day? Is this thought creating an energy inside of me that's helping me to move forward in the world in a passionate, fulfilling, boundless, and energized sort of way? If the answer is yes, I know I'm on the right track. If the answer is no, then I know that there's something to look at. So that's a real simple thing. And that's just an example, but you can use this throughout your entire day when you're having a conversation with someone, or when you happen to notice your thoughts as you're driving somewhere, as you're walking somewhere. You start to notice, what am I thinking about? How is it making me feel? Is it making me feel good or is it making me feel shitty? Um, One of the prime areas where this is showing up right now is in the lockdown and the coronavirus and everything that's happening in our society, all the breakdowns, all the change and all the seeming chaos that's going on, um, is that there's a lot of instability and there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of um, it's like we're not being our society is not just in lockdown, but our lives are in lockdown. We ourselves are in lockdown. And oh gosh, I'm apparently losing my internet connection here. I don't know if this is still broadcasting or not, but it doesn't look good. Anyway, um, so noticing how you feel when your thoughts are going on. To notice your relationship to your thoughts and how you're thinking is one of the number one ways to begin to choose better thoughts. And this is totally possible because oftentimes what we do is we read the same articles or same type of article over and over on Facebook, or we do the same types of searches in Google or whatever in our browser. And so a lot of times we end up reinforcing a lot of the same thoughts that we've had for our whole lives, or for a very long time at least. And if you're somebody that's looking at your life and you don't necessarily like everything that you see, it's a prime indication that there are probably some thoughts that you're having. In fact, it's not a probability, it is an absolute fact that you're having some thoughts that are creating your life to be the way it is. We can manifest our lives to be the way we want them to be, even if we are in the middle of a situation that totally sucks. And what I mean by this is that our thoughts create our realities inside. Our realities inside often are affected by our feelings and our emotions, and it's a whole our whole reality is inside. And it doesn't necessarily matter what's happening around us if our thoughts and our feelings are alive and vibrant, and if we are having something that's positive inside. This is absolutely true. There's a saying that for years that my guides have been telling me and that I've been hearing in my head, is that it is the master who can stand in the center of a hurricane and smile. And I love that. I love that statement and that phrase. And it served me pretty well over the last number of years of my life where I'm in the middle of something, everything's falling apart, and I think about that and realize that it's all perspective. It's all perspective. And one of the things that really helps me out is if I'm in the middle of a shitstorm and everything is breaking down and falling apart and things are really, really challenging, is I take a step back and I look at what could be falling apart in my life right now, and was it really serving me? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. But the point is that by stepping back and taking another perspective, I am shifting my thought, and it's shifting the perspective. And oftentimes as well, when we're in the middle of something that's really challenging, if we can take a step back and have a larger perspective on what's going on, have a grander view of what's actually going on in the short amount of time that we're experiencing whatever we're going through, is that we begin to realize that the events of our lives, these momentary events, while some of them can truly shape our lives, most of them really don't. Most of them are just experiences that when you look back on the grand scheme of things and you think back to, for example, when you were like 10 years old or something, and I don't know, you did something and you got in trouble and and you were afraid at school or home or whatever, and in that moment, the fact that you were in trouble was such a big deal. I mean, it's like it was really hard to be in that moment and your whole world was crumbling down. But looking back on it now, it was insignificant. It didn't add up to much. Even look at something that happened 5 years ago. and look at where you're at now. We're always changing, we're always shifting. Nothing is permanent. So even in the middle of the hardest moments of our lives, there's some there it's not going to stay that way forever. And that's true of right now with the shutdown. It's true of this coronavirus. It's true of wearing these masks and everything else. This is not permanent, no matter what they say. The human species is not, we're not meant to be contained like that. We just aren't. And if we shift our thinking, if we shift our perspectives and how we're seeing all of this, and we can take a step back out of our own lives, it creates a whole different perspective. One that, if you look at it on the grand scheme of things and look at what has been and look at the way things are, they would not be such a mess if things were actually all that great before. I think it was Buddha that said, how to go, or maybe it was a Dalai Lama. I don't know, some Buddhist person that had it figured out. Um, Made, I can't remember how this goes exactly, so I'm going to totally butcher this and paraphrase it and whatever else. But it's like, if you don't like your current reality, look at that you had and look at the actions that you took in the past to give you this reality, and then change it. Change the thoughts, change the actions to create a different future. And I'm just going to point this out. I don't know too many people that like what's going on right now. It depends on perspective. Because I'll be honest, I actually do. I'm actually loving seeing all this shit fall apart. I'm loving it. Because on the backside of this, I think is a lot of really good things for a lot of people, and a lot of good things for this planet, and a lot of good things for humanity. I really believe that. But that's my perspective. And I'll tell you what, it's helping me through this moment. But if you look at where we're at right now, and if you don't like what's happening in our world, you don't like what's going on in our societies, just look at everything that's gone on and has been going on for quite some time, and consider that that is what led to where we're at right now. And there is a better way in the future. There is a better way. And it's the way we navigate this time right now that creates that better future. And so if you're somebody that is really being affected by fear right now, anxiety or depression or whatever that is, and it's all about this situation, seriously, seriously, turn off the news. Give it a break for a while. Give it a break. Find your creative passion. Take a break from what you're watching and start doing something that you enjoy doing. And do that more and more and more. By doing our creative pursuits is an action of self-love, because our creative pursuits are always from the heart. Creativity is always from the heart. It is always action oriented. It helps to shape our lives. Our actions are so important. And when they are creative, and we do more and more and more of those creative sort of things, and maybe your creativity is math. There are people out there that is their creative outlet. Has anybody heard of Nassim Harim? I probably just butchered his name. He's a physicist. He is a physicist, and his creative outlet is physics. Isn't that cool? Right? That's what lights him up. That's his fuel. That's what brings him fulfillment. That's his creativity. Creativity looks so many different ways. And when you start living from that creative space and you imbue your actions and your thoughts and your life with that creativity, you can't stop. You can't. You love your life. You love yourself. You want to explore more of life. You want more of it in you. It's exciting, it's fulfilling, it's passionate, it's driven, it matters. These are the things that we're building into right now. Right now is such a perfect time. Such a perfect time. It's such a rich, fulfilling time to explore creativity, explore your passion, and get out and just do it. There's never been a better time. There's so many structures that are in place right now that have been holding us back for so long, and they're just falling apart, totally falling apart. And some of this is scary and some of this is uncomfortable, but it leads to something so much grander than what has been. But keep the faith that that is possible. Keep the faith. Be the master who stands in the middle of the storm and smiles. It's entirely possible. And if it's been challenging to do that, and you're having a hard time with your own thoughts and having a hard time with your own feelings around everything, turn off the news, get into something creative, move your body a little bit, no matter what that looks like, and just get out and do it. Have some fun with your life right now, folks, and turn off the damn news. Just turn it off. Find your passion, find your creativity, get off your ass, go out and do it. Start having some fun. That's what's going to bring us through this time right now, faster than anything. It's just getting out and doing something, doing that matters. It'll work. It'll work. Because right now, there are a lot of people that are hanging out in this low range anxiety, fear. I'm going to stay in my house. I'm going to lock my kids in the house. I'm going to lock myself in the house. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to do anything. Got to get out and got to live. Find your passion, start doing it. That's what gets us through this faster. That's what creates the world that we want. And if you're somebody that is in lockdown like that, gradually and slowly start to emerge, start to bring yourself out, but take baby steps that are self honoring and take into account where you're really at and what you're really ready for. It doesn't happen overnight. This is a gradual fire that builds inside of you until it lights you up and you start doing something that matters to you and matters in the world. But it's little steps all the way through. And just, it's every little fire starts as a spark, right? Just a little spark. It just slowly starts to grow and slowly starts to build until it becomes you. Then you don't ever want to stop. Living a life that's full of passion, full of purpose, full of fulfillment, it's where it's at, man. And it doesn't come from somebody else out there telling us how to live our lives or telling us what we need to be healthy or telling us how we need to heal. It doesn't happen that way, folks. It happens inside. Happens inside. Passion happens in here. It doesn't happen out here. Fulfillment happens in here. It doesn't happen out here. Our thoughts, what we align with, happens in here. It doesn't happen out here. Lining up, and it changes our relationships. It is not just about doing things. It's about our relationships that begin to build and begin to emerge and happen after we start living this way. You wouldn't believe the numbers of cool people there are in this world. It's amazing. When you start living from this place and start letting that inner light and that inner vibrance just take hold, it's like a brush fire, man. And people want to jump in it with you. They want to light up with you. It's the way to go. It just changes your whole life. But it starts by getting aware of your thoughts. It starts by these very little things inside of us that we just start to notice and start to desire a different experience with. It starts very small and just builds. And it's an uncomfortable process. There's a lot of ups and a lot of deep, dark downs. But having a solid perspective over where you're at and how it's going and how it relates to your entire life is one of the best ways to look at it because it's the only way to carry you through to get to where you want to be. Right on, folks. Um, so I don't get paid for doing this. I appreciate donations very much. And so if you feel called, if you felt inspired or you got something out of what I had to say today, I would love a donation. There's a link in the in the post there on Facebook. And also on Wednesday nights, I do a lot of channeling. There's been a group that I've been bringing through called the Overseers, and they are a conglomeration of five different alien races, the collective consciousness of humanity and Earth herself. And it's every channeling's been pretty profound, pretty very healing, and very deep. And there's a link in the post on Facebook if you want to buy a ticket for that. Again, that's Wednesday night, and um, these channelings have been awesome. I've been loving them. What else is going on? Thursday nights, I do a group for intuitives. And if you're an intuitive, you would like to practice your intuitive skills, and you would like to develop those abilities in a safe container with other people who are intuitive and exploring the same thing, come check it out. There's a link in the box there for that as well. And if you're going through a period right now that's challenging, or you're looking for a little guidance or a little help along the way, uh, set up a one-to-one session with me. I'm happy to help people out. Happy to let you know what I see, or what can how to possibly better your life. Um, yeah, do a lot of sessions, and there's a link there for that as well. So uh, right on. Well, let's drop in a little bit, huh? Let's drop in. I'm going to do a little bit of somatic work with you all, and uh, the somatic work that we're going to do today is going to be about polarization, and it takes this concept and takes this idea of getting connected to your thoughts and getting connected to your feelings, and bringing a level of congruency to them. And one of the big things that goes on inside of us that causes stress and anxiety is we have different energies that are going on all the time. And when we've got different energies, or different emotions that are going on at the same time, is it takes a lot of energy for our bodies to keep these emotions separate. For example, have you ever felt love but then also felt nervous at the same time? Pretty interesting, huh? But love most often is in your heart, right? Anxiety oftentimes is in the belly. And so it takes a lot of energy in the body to keep these energies separate. But if you learn how to get the two to communicate, they can start to have a relationship with each other, and that brings peace and groundedness to your whole being. The other thing that it does is it helps to align your thoughts and your thinking. It helps to bring your whole being to be more congruent, more grounded, more focused, more centered. So take a moment and get comfortable, and we'll get rocking and rolling. Close your eyes. Let yourself drop into your space. Get centered, get present. Let any thoughts that you have about what's gone on this morning, what's going on for the rest of the day, allow these thoughts to just drift away. Give yourself the gift of the here and the now. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's just it right now. So we're going to deepen in that awareness by taking 5 deep breaths. These breaths are going to be in the mouth and out the mouth. And we're going to do this in a specific way. We're going to breathe, and we're going to fill our entire bodies up from the chest, down through the torso, down through the base, through the thighs, the calves, all the way out to our feet. And then we're going to exhale all the way up, back, and out. And on the inhales, get a nice stretch when you breathe in, and really expand your energy, really expand with your breath. And on the exhale, really squeeze it down. This expansion and contraction creates a really deep grounding effect through the body. All right, here we go. Eyes are closed, breathing in the mouth. Filling your entire body all the way down through your torso, through your legs, all the way out to your tippy toes, and hold for 2, 3. and exhale from your feet, up the calves, up the knees, up the thighs, up the base, up the torso, all the way up and all the way out. Nice squeeze at the bottom of the exhale. Good job. Breathing in for the second breath. Feeling your body, feeling your being all the way down through your tippy toes and hold for 2, 3, and exhale from your toes, up your calves, up your knees, your thighs, your knee, your base, all the way up, all the way out the lungs, and squeeze at the bottom of that exhale. Good job. Breathing in for the third breath. Filling your entire body with the breath and energy, filling yourself completely up, filling yourself all the way out through your feet and all the way out through your toes. Good job. And hold for 2, 3, and exhale. Exhaling, squeezing every last bit of breath, every last bit of energy, all the way up, all the way out. Nice squeeze at the bottom of the exhale. Good job. Breathing in for the third breath. Feeling all the way out to your tippy toes and hold for 2, 3, and exhale. And get a nice squeeze at the bottom of that exhale. Good job. Breathing in for the fourth breath. Filling the top, middle, bottom of your lungs, the torso, your base, your thighs, your knees, your calves, all the way out to your toes and hold for 2, 3, and exhale from your feet, up your calves, up your knees, your thighs, your base, your belly, all the way up and out your lungs and squeeze the bottom of that exhale. Good job. Breathing in for the fifth and final breath. Breathing in the mouth. Filling your entire body, filling all the way down through your legs. Keep breathing in, keep filling your body with that air and that energy, all the way out through to your tippy toes and hold for 2, 3, and exhale. All the way up, bringing the energy, bringing the breath from your calves, up your legs, up your base, up your torso, all the way up, and then squeezing at the bottom of your exhale, squeezing every last bit of breath out. Good job, and breathe normal. Do a check in. Check in with yourself. Notice what's different about the way you're feeling or the way you're thinking. Just notice what's different. Notice what's the same. Nice job. So now bring one hand to your chest, above the nipple line, below the collarbone. Bring the other hand down here to the navel. What we're going to do is we breathing in the nose and out the mouth. The first breath is we're going to breathe in is going to go here to the upper hand. And then the second breath that we breathing in will come down in here to the navel. And the whole idea is to create as much expansion and contraction as possible in each place that we breathe into. And again, the breath is in the nose and out the mouth. And focus on the energy, movement, or the breath. One of those three, or all of those three, will help you to get grounded, help you to get present. Hey, good morning, Lisa. It's nice to see you. Hey, Ben, Carolyn. It's nice to see you, Emily. It's nice to see you all. Thanks for being here. All right, so here we go. Dropping in. Eyes are closed, shoulders are relaxed, elbows hang gently to your side, and breathing in the nose into the area beneath your top hand. And out the mouth. Breathing in the nose into the bottom hand. And out the mouth. Breathing in the nose into the top hand. And out the mouth. And breathing in the nose into the bottom hand, stretching through the belly, stretching through the navel, stretching the energy movement breath through the belly, and then exhaling out the mouth. Squeezing the hand down deep, nice deep into the belly, breathing in the nose into the top hand. Expanding the energy, movement, and breath all through your chest. Keep breathing in and expanding through the chest and exhaling out the mouth. Allowing your hand to compress deeply into your chest. Good job. Breathing in for the fourth breath into the bottom hand. Stretching with the energy, movement, and breath all through your navel and then out the mouth. And allowing your hand to sink all the way back into your spine. Good job. Breathing in the nose into the top hand. Expanding with the energy, movement, and breath all through your top hand, expanding through your chest. Good job. And out the mouth. Compressing it down nice and deep. Breathing in the nose into the top bottom hand. Expanding with the energy, movement, and breath all through the bottom hand, all through your navel and out the mouth, squeezing it down. And last round, breathing in the nose into the chest below the top hand. Stretching, stretching, stretching with your energy through the chest and out the mouth. Allowing your chest to sink all the way down. Good job. Breathing in the nose to the bottom hand for the last breath there. Stretching through your navel. Mouth. Allowing your hand to compress all the way back into your spine. Good job. Let your hands come to your knees or to your thighs and relax. Breathe normal for a moment and check in. Check in with how you're thinking. Check in with your thoughts. Check in with how you're feeling. Check in with your emotions. Check in with your awareness. Where are you? And just noticing these things with no judgment attached. Simply having presence to what is. Awesome. All right, so gonna drop into guided meditation now, and all you need to do is listen to my voice. Have your awareness deep, deep, deep in the earth. Having your awareness all the way down in the very center of the planet, all the way down in the center of the earth. Feeling into the groundedness, the centeredness, the balance, the peace that's in the earth. Feel into the crystals that are in the earth. Feel and know what they have to say to you. Feel and sense the minerals that are in the earth. Feel and sense the rock that's in the earth. Feel and sense the water that's in the earth. The rivers, the oceans of water that are in the earth. Feel into the lava that's in the earth. Feel the frequencies and the energies of all of this that comprise the earth. Allow that deep, grounded, balanced feeling, that frequency of groundedness and presence to begin to move up through the earth to the space and place that you are seated or laying down. Allow this to move up into the bottoms of your feet and into your toes. And if it helps, you can imagine that you're walking barefoot in the grass or barefoot in the sand. Bringing your awareness and that deep earth energy into your feet. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your ankles. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your calves. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your knees. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your thighs. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your hips. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your tailbone. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your pubic bone. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your lower back. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your belly. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your middle back. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your chest. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your upper back. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your shoulders. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your upper arms. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your elbows. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your forearms. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your wrists. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your hands. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your fingers. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your throat. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into the back of your neck. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your face. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your ears. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into the back of your head. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into the top of your head. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your forehead. Bring your awareness and that deep earth energy into your eyes. Bring your awareness to the darkness behind your eyes. Bring your awareness to the darkness of your mind's eye behind the center of your eyebrows. Begin to see a spark of light in the darkness of your mind's eye. If you can't see the spark, imagine it. If you can't see or imagine it, feel it. And it could be that all you see is light, or all you see is an image or an angel. And that's okay too. See whatever you see that brings you life. And now we're going to take 3 breaths and expand whatever's there with each breath until it is the size of a marble. Breath will be in the nose and out the mouth. Here we go. Breathing in the nose, breathing directly into the space behind the center of your eyebrows. Breathing in, expanding it a little bit, and out the mouth. Breathing in the nose, expanding what's there a little bit more, and out the mouth. And breathing in for the third and final breath, expanding it into the size of a marble. And out the mouth. There's no right and no wrong to this. You see and feel whatever you see and feel. Now allow this marble sized orb to move. First duplicate this marble sized orb and send its twin straight back and move it straight back through your brain. Move it straight back between the two hemispheres of the brain, balancing and harmonizing both hemispheres of the brain as it moves back between the two spheres and gently resides in the space between your ears, the space of your pineal gland, which is your house of intuition. And we're going to take 3 more breaths, breathing directly into the pineal gland, direct space between the ears. Each breath is going to grow it till it's the size of a golf ball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose. And out the mouth. Again, breathing in the nose, expanding the orb to a little bit bigger. And out the mouth. Take a third and final breath, expanding the orb to be the full size of a golf ball. Here we go. And out the mouth. Nice job. So now we're going to duplicate this golf ball sized orb and send its twin straight down through your throat. And as this orb begins to move down, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into your teeth, into your mouth, into your throat. And as it moves down, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into your voice box and your cervical spine, into your collarbones and your shoulders and your upper spine and your upper lung until it moves all the way down where it brings healing light and healing energy into the very center of your heart. We're going to take 3 more breaths, breathing in the nose and out the mouth. And we're going to expand this golf ball sized orb till it's the size of a baseball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose and out the mouth. Breathing in the nose for the second breath. Expanding that orb a little bit bigger and out the mouth. Taking the third and final breath, growing that orb to be the size of a baseball. And out the mouth. Nice job. So now we're going to duplicate this baseball sized orb that we have sitting in our hearts. And we're going to send its twin straight down through our torsos. As this orb moves down, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our stomachs, our gallbladders, and our livers. And as it moves down even further, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our spleens, into our pancreas. It's bringing rejuvenating chi, energy, and light into our kidneys, into our small and large intestines. And as it moves down, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our appendixes, our spleens, our colons, our bowels, our bladders, until it goes way down and resides in the space between our tailbone and our pubic bone, where it's bringing healing light and healing energy into all of our sexual organs. And now we're going to take 3 breaths, breathing in the nose and out the mouth. And we're going to expand this orb again. Every breath is going to make it a little bit larger till it's the size of a softball. Here we go. Breathing in the nose. Expanding that orb a little bit bigger and out the mouth. Breathing in the nose for the second breath, increasing the orb to be a little bit bigger. And out the mouth. And taking the third and final breath, expanding this orb to be the full size of a softball. And out the mouth. And now we're going to duplicate this softball sized orb that we have sitting in our base. And we're going to send its twin straight down into the earth, moving it down 20 feet deep into the earth, moving this orb down 20 yards deep into the earth, moving 20 miles deep into the earth, moving this orb down 200 miles deep into the earth, moving this orb down 2,000 miles deep into the earth, moving this orb down all the way to the very center of the earth. And once again, checking in and feeling the grounded, peaceful, balanced energy of the earth. And this orb, as it's down there, begins to send the frequency of love, light, peace, and groundedness into the 4 orbs that we still have in our bodies: the one that's in our base, the one that's in our heart, the one that's in between our ears and our pineal gland, and the one that's in our third eye in the space between our eyebrows of our pituitary gland. And as this energy begins to fill these orbs, they begin to grow like fast growing plants, expanding out with light, love, and energy out through our entire beings. And as they expand out, they're bringing healing light and healing energy into our bone marrow and into our bones, recalcifying all of our bones, bringing healing light and healing energy into all of our joints, our ligaments, and our tendons, healing them all and healing our cartilage, bringing mobility, flexibility back to every single joint within our bodies. And as it expands out even more, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our myelin sheath, into all of our organs, into our circulatory system where it's healing our blood, our veins, our capillaries, our arteries, our hearts, our lungs. And as it expands out even more, it's bringing healing light and healing energy into our immune systems, developing within all of us the antibodies to the coronavirus and the antibodies to any virus or bacteria that could ever do our bodies harm, eradicating any and all cancerous cells from our bodies, bringing about the intelligence, wisdom, efficiency, coherence, and knowing to every cell in our body to know whether it is healthy or unhealthy. And if it is unhealthy, it removes itself. Expanding out into our endocrine system, bringing balance and healing to all of our glands, to all of our hormones. And as it moves out, it's bringing healing, rejuvenating energy to our skin, bringing back the elasticity, the youthfulness, and the vibrance back to our skin, back to our eyes, ears, nose, mouth, feelings. And as these orbs move out completely, they bring healing light and healing energy into our nervous systems, bringing a sense of balance and groundedness through our nervous systems, opening and healing, balancing all of our neural pathways, realigning our spine, opening up, and finally is bringing healing light and healing energy and balance and wisdom into our DNA, opening all of the quantum levels and quantum of DNA, bringing about an open, our knowing of oneness, bringing a level of efficiency, light, and love into every single cell of our bodies, illuminating our entire beings from within. Take a moment to sit in silence with that. And whenever you're ready, you can begin wiggling your fingers Wiggling your toes and wiggling your nose. Sway your body side to side a little bit, forward and back. Bringing your awareness back into the moment, back into your body. And when you're fully ready to bring your awareness fully back into the room that you are in, you can open your eyes and return to the screen in front of you. Well, right on, folks. Thanks for going on this little journey with me today. Thanks for being a part of this. Help to heal inside of other people as well. None of us are alone. None of us are doing this alone. We're all in this together. I will be back on Tuesday morning. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you for your healing. Thank you for your journey. And until Tuesday, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be well. We'll see you then.